Well, I'll get started. Hopefully everyone can hear me and see my screen. I'm John Laird from eTeam Sponsor. Excited to be kind of sharing with you, kind of how our system works, our mission. A little bit background on me. I coach at a Catholic high school out here in California, De La Salle High School. Graduated from there, coach freshman football there, and then obviously have been working for eTeam Sponsor for a number of years, helping parochial schools out when it comes to athletic fundraising. And just a little bit of background on us. We started back in 2010 from a couple parochial schools. And as you guys all know, kind of the frustrations when it comes to fundraising, obviously the necessity to fundraise with, costs going up, sometimes budgets being, slashed or cut, new and different ways to raise money, especially at the parochial school level, kind of led us to where we are today. As you guys all probably know, from a fundraising standpoint at Catholic schools, there's the annual fund, there's the capital, campaign, there's the raffle or the gala or the auction, and all those are great, right? So that's kind of bringing back either alumni or, family and parents. The big thing with our system that I'll kind of walk you guys through today is we're trying to bring in net new donors. And by doing that, it's by reaching the affinities of the student athletes. So you're going to see here in a second, as I go through how our system works, is individual branded campus led fundraisers. So whether it's the baseball team on campus or the basketball team on campus, our system is placed for the student athletes to reach far and wide. So they're not hitting up the parents. They're hitting up maybe their aunt in Texas or grandma and grandpa in Florida, who otherwise probably aren't going to be able to come back and support, your school or the team or athletic department locally. This is a good way to bring in, new money and not go back to the well of the neighborhood. And that's really where, a lot of the parochial schools I'll share with you guys today like about us is we're trying to bridge that gap between athletics that, wants to raise money. And then you have an advancement department going, whoa, we're raising money, but there's a way that we can obviously bridge that gap. And you're going to see with our system from a transparency standpoint, institutional control, kind of how all that plays into things. So I'm going to hop into this. It should take like 5 or 10 minutes to kind of walk you guys through how this all works. And then if you guys want to use the Zoom chat to ask any questions or unmute yourself, if there's anything along the way, feel free to do so. But yeah, I appreciate you guys hopping on and look forward to sharing with you kind of how our system works. Okay. Perfect. So I'll go through here. So awesome. I kind of touched on this earlier when the problem with fundraising on some campuses, it's like I said, how do we not go back to the well of, the parents? How do we not go back to the well of the local community or people that are already given to the school? You're going to see with our system, it's a 3x3 approach. So there's 3 ways that, when working with an individual team or individual program, they're going to be able to email the campaign page out. They're going to be able to share the page on social media. They're going to be able to text the campaign out. And by doing that, we're going to reach more people, as you can see here. And then obviously, once someone wants to give, well, there's options for them to give. And I'll walk you guys through kind of how that works here in a second.
Hi, my name is Mike FADELLI, and I'm the Chief Advancement Officer at Juniper Serra High School in San Mateo, California. Now, we've been a partner of eTeam Sponsor for many years, and we couldn't be happier with the results and the attention to detail that they provide. We've done campaigns for multiple sports here at Serra, as well as our music and theater departments. Now, my biggest concern initially was that the multiple asks throughout the year would cause problems with our donors. But eTeam took the time to educate each group on providing names of those individuals who might not necessarily donate to Serra, therefore opening up a new revenue stream that we would not have been able to tap into previously. So if you're looking for an opportunity to generate more revenue, it's worth spending a few minutes to talk to the folks from eTeam Sponsor.
Hi there, this is KARLA, and I'm the Director of Development over here at De La Salle High School. And we've been using eTeam, I want to say, for at least 8 years, maybe even 9 years now, and it's definitely been a wonderful value add program as part of our annual fundraising toolkit. I know many schools have their own annual fund program, and we've been able to leverage E-Team kind of as an in addition to what we've already got in place for our annual fund efforts. It's been great. We've utilized them for our extracurricular programs, our clubs, looking for extra funding from people outside our normal circle of community and friends. It's been a great way to kind of branch out even further with our asks of support for our school and our efforts. So E-Team has been a wonderful partner. We're super thrilled to have them and continue to have them help us with our fundraising efforts, and can't say enough. If you have questions, please reach out. We'd love to talk to you more about E-Team. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Jim BRUSA, and I'm the president of St. Mary's High School, and I want to take a moment to talk about E-Teams. E-Teams is a email fundraising group, and we've been with them for about 8 years, and they've done a fantastic job in servicing St. Mary's High School and the needs of our athletic department, and also even our school. We did a fundraiser school-wide with E-Teams, and I have to say it is very easy, and they take all the heavy lifting and do it for you. And so they do the thank yous, they do the video, they do a really good job. The other nice thing about it is they help with the advancement piece, because the information that we need for advancement to be put into our Razor's Edge product is very easily transferred. And I will say that the service that they provide with questions, answering, anything, they'll handhold us to get what we need done. But I am all in on E-Teams. I think it's a great product, and I would suggest that you look at it. Thanks.
So yeah, just kind of looking at, nationwide success approach. We obviously are founded out here in Concord, California, but through different partnerships like the CNAA, Partners in Mission is another big Catholic school advancement partnership that we've been a part of for a number of years. We've been able to help out a lot of schools, whether they're in the Midwest, the Northeast, the South, the West Coast. We have so many case studies when it comes to different schools where you guys might be located with or located near, that obviously it's been proven and there's been proven success within our system. Diving into, kind of one of the first case studies, Serra High School out here in California, in San Mateo, Tom Brady's alma mater, ironically, they've been using our system across the board when raising money for athletics. So the nice thing with us is it's really affinity driven. So whether we're working with the girls basketball team in the winter or the spring baseball team, baseball team in the spring, each program on campus, if they were to run a fundraiser, is going to have their own branded campaign page. And this is what will go out once the student athletes start to participate. So it's really easy. They're able to join the fundraiser. They're able to promote the campaign with their family and friends. And then obviously on the back end, when it comes to reporting, I'm going to be able to kind of show you guys what that looks like here in a second from an administrative standpoint. Whether you're the athletic director or a coach, you'll be able to have access, within the system to log in and see, okay, what team's raising what, who's donated on behalf of who. And obviously all that's really important too, from, advancement, liking some of that too, as well, the reporting standpoint. So I'll share that with you. But yeah, looking here at the big thing, like I mentioned earlier, reaching outside the network. It's not a local fundraiser where you're beating up the neighborhood, selling, candy door to door. You're reaching outside the neighborhood. So 95% of the donations, obviously, for Serra football came outside the area. Diving into a couple others, Modern Day, obviously, they were actually one of our first clients back in 2011. And a lot of parochial schools come to us and go, John, we're in the middle of a capital campaign. We're trying to raise 30 million. We just can't, we can't do athletic fundraisers right now, or is there a way we can? And absolutely there's a way we can. And that's why our system is really, kind of what it is it's not like I said, it's not in place to hit up the capital campaign givers that are going after, for larger donations. This is a grassroots type of deal. So Mater Dei, in the middle of their, $37 million capital campaign, they still ran athletics through E-Team Sponsor, because the Aunt Judy in Texas or the grandma grandpa in Florida who's not in the database already, it's new money. And that's kind of the big thing too that schools like about us is, there might be someone that gives through E-Team Sponsor to athletics and it's $1,000 donation. Wow, maybe that's a way for, you as the AD or someone within your advancement office, you then can reach out to them, and maybe that's an opportunity to, hey, we also have this annual or this capital campaign going on. You might turn a $500 donation into $5,000 donations. That's the beauty of our system, is not only are we raising money, but we're raising the information. It's so vital within the system. You're able to kind of track everything when it comes to the donor, donor's name, the donation type, the donation amount, all that's within our system as well. Getting into another case study, De La Salle, the other thing I forgot to mention, guys, is we have a non-solicitation list. This is huge for Catholic schools. A lot of advancement people like this is, at De La Salle, they got like 50 alums where they go, John, we don't want an email. We don't want anyone targeting any of these alums because we're maybe going after them for a larger capital campaign, like I keep mentioning. Great. You're able to plug in those emails into the system. And if for some reason, if, there's an uncle, a nephew on the basketball team, his uncle's on the board of trustees at De La Salle, that email gets plugged in. It actually doesn't get sent out to those donors. So that's the big thing too with us, is we're trying to obviously protect donors that are already giving. And then we also block out the domain of the school. So when a student athlete's trying to target someone, they're not putting in a bunch of emails of a teacher on campus. The emails of the school will actually be part of that non-solicitation list as well too. So kind of getting into, what FUNDRAKER is. This is one of our software as a service platform. So essentially it's a license that you guys pay up front. 100% of the funds go directly to, the school when donations are processed. And then obviously the funds are sent daily. This is great, not only for athletics as well too. We work with a lot of parochial schools where they go, John, our advancement office loves this. We'd love to buy it, license the software in-house. Can we open this up to other teams on campus? Absolutely. I mean, we work with, the band, the choir, the theater, whatever it is. We do day of giving. So where advancement offices kind of have, their day of givings, we have a day of giving function in FUNDRAKER, which would allow advancement to obviously track and run a day of giving campaign, which has been also incredible as well too. The other software is TEAMFUNDER, and this is where a lot of schools and athletic departments start out with us first, which is our revenue share platform, where there's no upfront costs like with FUNDRAKER where you're buying the software. TEAMFUNDER, it's kind of try before you buy. So a lot of schools will go, John, hey, I want to try it out first to see if it works before I invest in something like FUNDRAKER. This is perfect. It's a revenue share platform. There's no upfront costs. There's no hidden fees. We process all the donations. As soon as a donation is processed, a receipt is sent out with your tax ID and info and personal thank you. And then once a month, the money raised for the organization gets sent to you guys, and you're able to log in, ADs, and see each team, how much they've raised, who donated on behalf of who. All that's obviously within our system as well. This is kind of some of the reporting as well too that you'd have access to when it comes to the donor reports and things like that. So that's our system, guys, in a nutshell. I know that I wanted to try to get you guys in and out as quick as I could, and obviously educate and empower you as best as I can. But like I said, we've been around since 2011. I love doing these Zoom calls. I was talking with Tamara earlier. I'm looking forward to meeting most of you guys, hopefully in person, next spring, if there's some type of convention or conference. But yeah, like I said, we'd love to, obviously after the call, hop offline, connect with anyone that was on this call, because I love hearing what you guys are doing, right? And I love hearing to see what's going well at your Catholic schools when it comes to athletics, when it comes to, fundraising, when it comes to, growing net new donors. Then obviously, what I hear, what we do, and obviously kind of dive in a little bit more. But That's it, guys. I appreciate you guys hopping on. If there's questions, you can chat. If not, I'll plan to circle up with you guys moving forward. I appreciate it.
Great job, John.
Thank you. Thank you. We will,
We
yeah.
did have one gentleman